Today's Wednesday, the 10th of June, and coming into the market open today after yesterday is clear signs of fear that are still remaining from the Friday sell-off. And even though that the market recovered yesterday after the initial spook that caused the market to sell off in regards to the Iran-US news and the escalation there, it still just doesn't look good structurally. And the fact that there's still been no meaningful recovery as of now, it just really screams to me that the market's either going to chop and consolidate at best, or there's going to be eventually another push lower. So in regards to all of the major indices, the S&P, the NASDAQ coming into their 50-day moving averages, the IWM coming into it as well. The Dow Jones is probably the one major index that's holding up the strongest, but clearly there's signs of potential rollover here, and this was the only index that closed green on the day, but it's not exactly a nice looking daily candle, so it doesn't fill me with too much confidence based on everything else. Another spike in the VIX, which was higher than the initial spike, so definitely room for continued volatility, especially coming into the SpaceX IPO. Precious metals, gold, silver, closing below again their 200-day moving averages. So the market really isn't wanting to, I guess, park their cash in anything other than cash as of right now. And I guess that tells the story of the confusion that's in the market right now, and the market really needing some clarity moving forwards before it actually decides what it wants to do in terms of continuing its uptrend or continuing down, which feels like what needs to happen. Bitcoin, not looking good either. These lows are still holding for now. This kind of brief moment of relief should have continued higher if this really was the bottom, in my opinion. But the fact that it's mean reverted straight away and we're now back at the lows, the only thing that would really make me feel like risk would want to come back into crypto and into Bitcoin specifically is if these lows get tested, they hold again, and then we start to see some support develop, and that would give me a bit more confidence. But for now, I definitely expect lower in 50, 52, 50k level to potentially get tested. So the confusing thing for me coming into today is the fact that the 1 month highs for stocks and the 52-week highs for stocks pushed significantly higher from the prior day reading, and I'm not really sure what to take of that, but I feel like it could just be the laggards that were yet to really catch a bid started to catch a bid, and the rotation was happening into these stocks, and it's just kind of the last hurrah, the last move before things really get beaten down. So in regards to the strongest performers of the week and the month, healthcare has actually taken the lead, which is quite surprising to me. And tech is really, really sold off hard. I mean, tech was leading on the week before, it was leading on the month, and now it's barely up on the month. So there's clearly some sort of rotation that's happening, which supports the idea around the 52-week highs and monthly highs. But I don't know if that's actual real strength. There's definitely the thesis for AI really propelling healthcare to new heights due to the speed in which things could advance. But I do feel like it's just a potential rotation, and that it's not anything that's going to really signal the continuation of the bull market. So the key news events coming in today is core CPI and CPI month over month and year over year. I think this will also give a bit more clarity into what the economy is really doing, and again support what the Fed is likely to do in this coming meeting next week. The fear and greed index, the fact that it's at 34 and pushing lower, is a lower reading than yesterday, is also just another clear sign that fear's in the market and that things aren't looking as rosy as what they were before. And these are stock B primary breadth indicators, and they're something that have been pretty reliable from the time that I've been watching them. The thing that I picked up on today is that even though yesterday was a kind of indecision day, no real movement on the 4-day gainers and losers, the day prior, I mean, yesterday was. So the fact that it was, it was another balanced day, but there was more movement on the 4% losers. That just kind of screams to me that complacency is in the market, and that it's probably retail that are buying the dip right now, thinking that things are going to continue because they've been so strong over the past couple of months, and that it just makes sense for things to carry on going up. But actually, I feel like this is a real sign to pay attention to, especially this day here. This was a massive sell-off day for 4% losers, and that doesn't come around often. So there's definitely signs to pay attention to, and the fact that Iran and US are escalating again, I mean, it's not, even though it's been shrugged off by the market a lot, the fact that everything is happening at the same time, there's so many big events coming up, it just makes sense that this is a period where the market really does cool off and potentially sell off further. So they're my thoughts going into today, and I'll see what happens tomorrow.